Most of you have loaded the mission. Here's the deal. You spawn in Calithea on the marked position. There's a bunch of arsenals there. There's a bunch of vehicles here. You've got one type of LR backpack. You've got one type of SR. So if you go to the radio section, make sure you grab it back. The objective is as follows. You are going to the Charkia storage complex where there are a bunch of vehicles. You are to then take those vehicles and bring them back. Now, some of those vehicles might not have ammo in them because balance, wink. But if you bring them back to around this zone, as long as you're not being watched by enemies, you should be clear. Then you can go back and grab more. Now, here's the deal. All of these exclamation point represent enemy positions. I'll be honest with you in saying only the one in Charkia has a garrison right now because I don't want to have to garrison all this shit on the side because that's just going to eat our frames. So just take my word for it.
I've been playing FNF too much that I instantly started looking at just try and find where the Orbat was.
Amazing. Anyway, the QRF routes are as follows. I'm just marking them with black lines. Anything else won't be used as a QRF, so I'm not going to have them come over the MSR like that in the roly-poly. So avoid those, especially if you're coming back, because bad things might happen. But here's how you can stall the QRF even further, because that's a really big military base. I'm deleting the black lines, but Ground Command can redraw them if he wants. After first contact is done, in the form of gun shops, I'm slurring all my words today. After first contact is done, in the form of gunshots, or I see an AAF group aggroed, and they have direct eyes on you, 10-minute timer will start. That 10-minute timer is going to be on my phone. There are 3 radio towers. One here, here, and here. Blow them up, you get an additional 10 minutes. After that 10-minute timer finishes, or 20, 30, 40, whatever, more shit will start coming from the QRF routes. Do note that Charkia has stuff in it, and the military base in Charkia has stuff, and they will send it locally based off of the area, but things that are farther away will follow that timer. So basically, finite amount of enemies in this AO until the timer runs out, then I can spawn more in and bring it in. That should be it. Do you have any questions? There's some people, for example, Bloodwing's parents, that don't understand what I do, and they think I literally just, like, play a video game, and that's it. When in reality, I have to, you know, stream the video game, make the scenario, run the community, do all the testing, development I want to do, get anything in the background written, like scripts or pictures made, manage relationships with people for work.
Good copy, ground headed over.
And it can, this is like a 60-hour-a-week job, to be perfectly honest. But I don't like calling it a job because then people take that term and roll with it, when really I prefer to call it my passion now, because then at least that subconsciously, all right, there's shots. That is 12:23. And 10-minute timer has begun.
This is Alpha. Any elements engaged?
I think he's shooting at some of the guys in this town, actually.
Rounds with you, Alpha.
Good copy, we need to expedite. Just had those shots go off. Unless they're engaging something else.
But there's a lot of work that goes into this. Really just because of how Arma works, more than anything else. And I wouldn't trade it for the world because I really like doing it, but, you know, it's just...
Alpha engaged.
Can be annoying to have to, you know, try to explain how this all works, and then people just go, oh, no, it's super simple. You just play a video game, right? And I'm like, well, you know, some YouTubers, it is that simple. For me,
Charlie's been engaged as well.
not so much. All right, so that Scout Vic patrolling around just ran into Charlie, took one guy out.
Hello, I'll take you to the Bravo.
Have that Vic come back around. This group, I'm gonna have to go check it out, because they just ran into a group. Alright, so I'm folding him back in the cover. He doesn't know where that SPG-9's coming from. These guys, I'm gonna fold back to here. 7 minutes. No, it was at 23, right? 25 now, so yeah. They've got 8 minutes left. They got time to do it. You can hear that AT firing. The gun's disabled on it, which is kind of funny.
Rigged for demo, and we need the time.
That Vic just blew up. They're hitting HE shells in there now.
Tower 2, fire in the hole, fire in the hole, fire in the hole.
At least his medic's still okay. Alright, so now we're going to 43 from 23 in terms of 1223 to 1243.
Maybe you should have held off on the demo for a minute.
We have like 7 minutes. But, alright, let's through the wall.
What did you just blow up? You know what? I don't even want to know. That just blew up and killed more people. Yeah, that's why you shouldn't ram Vics with off-roads, because they're actually really squishy. And Big Me's just charged up here by himself. Okay. Normally I wouldn't blow them up if they were driving up, but since he's alone, I'm gonna be mean. Cool, he has no ammo. Let me tell you something about lone wolves, Kai. Lone wolves are bad. Have all sort of bad side effects.
Tower 2 is nearly clear. Wait. Tower 2 is clear. I recommend we move to Tower 1 as soon as possible. How are you doing, all squads?
Ground is on the ground. Bravo, what's your status?
I'm trying to find an angle to actually engage him on.
And Charlie, what's your status?
Charlie is moving to Charlie Mining here 3. We have concluded mining at Mining 2.
Gotcha, as soon as you're done at... Yeah, once you're done at...
I hear a
3,
sniper going off.
Today over to Bravo's position.
Alright, so we have one tower down,
And
so
Bravo's position?
1243 is when I start sending QRF.
Currently attacking Tower 1.
I heard gunshots over here. Technically, all these units have radios, so I'm actually going to have this guy regroup with them.
So once you're done mining, go there.
And then pull back.
Will go.
They've dismounted that Vic. I've got this group coming up to engage that position.
Advise Gorgon at Tower 1 has been repaired. Do we have any engineers? Sorry, it's disabled.
These guys are going to regroup with that.
I do not think we have any engineers, nor do I think we have the knowledge to pilot
Be turned around.
or a crew one.
Good go.
All forces is high. You all know how to drive. Otherwise, this mission would not make sense since you're stealing Vic's brake. Repair, though, is a different story. Over.
Okay, so yeah, we're going to operate a little bit. Take it.
Squad at Tower 2,
It's like
be advised.
super
You have
disabled, but-
forces pushing from your south. Sorry, scratch that. Tower 1.
Yeah, they got AT out. I think they're shooting at that truck. Did you survive? Yeah, you're out of AT. You know, I could have it demoed, but it's fine. I do like the weapon mix here, though. Azariah stole an MR CO scope. Now he's using that on his, actually no, he stole that marksman rifle too. And then I think this guy is the crew of the SPG-9. They just have him in reserve right now. Yeah, so at this rate, I'm going to call the infantry back.
This is ground to RC. Ground.
They did kill the sniper,
down at the
interesting. Interestingly enough there. You got this squad still trying to push up.
Getting contacts south.
I think this group is going to go after that tower. They're just holding there for now and mining these positions. Interestingly enough. Protect Nookie D's is the next mission. Oh, all right, that tower's down, so now we're at 53. Some people were a little too close to the blast radius, though, and were taken out. So 1253 is now going to be when I send QRF. That Vic is disabled. I'm going to call it back and order a dismount. Nope, they stopped. Yep. So whenever the marker changes while I'm, you know, away from it trying to move it, usually means the asset has been destroyed or the squad is dead. So you have the truck coming up here. Medic's back working on these guys. Should be good for the most part. I'm going to send this group preemptively over to this garrison.
Sorry.
We're going to add some extra forces there because the local group here now with their comms cut off is going to know that they're going for that tower. Is that how radios work in the real world? No, but I try. I try to just, you know, make some interesting concepts and shit.
On to Alpha.
Go ahead.
I have one of your guys down. Wait.
Put some AT on it, didn't kill it,
One of your
but
guys down on my position.
trying to, you know, asset deny.
Dragging him out of the smoke.
You want me and medic to take care of it? We need to expedite here.
Yeah, it's not doing a lot of damage, though. That Vic is pretty much screwed, though.
Can you mark your current position on map, please? We have a second.
Let's give him a warm
Hey, I'm gonna start reinserting the people who show up now to the Gorgon.
Marked on map.
Alright, so I got 2 defensive Moras here. And then I've got a tank in the middle. Knocking out that third tower is going to bring it to 103. They have 20 minutes before QRF starts coming, so they've been making good progress now.
Sorry, thank you.
Had they not blown up these 2 towers, then we would have started sending QRF now. So they've got a good chunk of time to work with. Now it's just all about how are they going to maneuver from these positions and move in, because they're a 3-pincered force right now. They've been doing a really good job of setting up mines and stuff.
Charlie Bravo.
That's mainly for Charlie, but yeah, they're taking AT. They just drove over their own mine.
Oh, fuck.
Go ahead.
I think there goes Charlie. Oh, Jesus.
Are you ready to go?
Yeah, they just drove over their own mine. That was pretty funny. What happened back here?
Are you fucking serious? So did Charlie just go up and smoke? Like, is that what just happened?
The reinsert is in the.
What happened? So did someone do this maliciously, or?
Do you have anyone to deal with that?
We don't know. We know.
No.
She's got like 2 people.
Stabilized. I'm scared.
It's been a long time since I've done any sort of...
Charlie, when you're all respawn, go with the respawn Vic to go back to the fucking storage facility.
It wasn't just one.
So I know Underscore got everyone killed because he drove over their own mine, but what happened to the other group? Hit by friendly rocket. Amazing.
Yeah, friendly rocket. That's a good streamer, Arma.
Alpha Bravo, sit rep.
I knew the truck was going to go off because they drove over an Aper's mine, which almost always causes the civilian Vic to explode afterwards. But yeah, no, so these guys... Sam, I think, just hit the wrong Vic and panicked. I don't think it was done maliciously at all. Otherwise, he'd be, like, just going off and tapping people. Especially, Romlar there. But, wow. They're trying their best to fix it, but that was definitely a mistake. So, literally, back-to-back. One squad blows up to a mine they planted. The other one friendly fires. It's just brilliant. That's going to stall for their time, though. Because now only 1 out of the 3 squads is pushing to... take this compound. That's fucking hilarious. Oh, man. I remember having a conversation the other day. Some people were claiming that all my content's doctored, and I'm like, bro, did I doctor that? That was just back-to-back insanity. Absolutely. Why would I kill you with lightning? You guys just wiped 2 of your own squads on your own accord. I don't need to do shit. Oh, man.
And then you have to use any of the stuff that's already in that roughly fits.
Alright, Alpha Bravo, start moving on the storage facility.
For example,
we don't got much time.
Love this game.
On the bright side, after Charlie and Bravo move
All
out
4 beware Vic coming out of storage yard. Likely Gorgon.
Send in Goat Team 6.
I shall narrate, alright?
No need to stage this. We are just dumb.
Havoc, it's not... Most people aren't dumb. It's just one person does something dumb and it costs everyone the mission, but that's just the beast that is Arma 3. How are you doing, my man? Thanks so much for the 8-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the ops. Hope everything's going well for you, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this little FIA mission. I love how they drove over their own mines, too. That's the best part. Like, all the mines that are on the AO are planted by them, and they still drove over one. Brilliant. But they panicked because they started coming under rocket fire. It be like that.
I think my favorite part was someone
Send in Goat Team 6.
Alright, I'm gonna start suppressing.
Brown, this is Charlie.
Go, Charlie.
What would you like us to do now that it seems that we are at the staging point, and it sounds like Bravo also is not at their objective anymore?
Charlie, I would like you to... There, you know, I'll mark on that.
Jack somehow got glitched out, and he's not in his animation. Yeah, so 1 squad assaulting this position is suicide, unfortunately. So yeah, these guys aren't going to report any new contacts because they saw the truck blow up, so I'm going to send this squad actually around over here.
I do see that black line. You
And this 4-man team I'm going to have come around here too.
Bravo stage, or would you like us to move to the end of the line?
Oh, someone fucking stole a sniper rifle.
I will be with you.
Yeah, go to Alpha Bravo stage and then follow that black line.
Unless that was these guys engaging. Just heard AT.
Send in
I'm gonna
Goat
set these
Team
guys up over
6.
here. Wait, how much ammo do you have? Oh, 5. I thought that was a 1. I'm like, what have you been shooting at? Wow. Yeah, that could have been done too. That's another reason I gave him the SPG-9. I don't think anyone realized they could do it that way, but yeah, all right. 1:03 is when I will send QRF.
What is happening? Yeah, what's your current location?
Hi, buddy. I fucking missed.
We're staging. Would you like us to push west now? Ground?
Please do.
So Falcon's rushed up here. He's doing his best to hide. He grabbed a modular helmet for cover. Now this Vic is pushing up. Dutch just got blown away. Yeah, so these guys are basically all running around for their lives at this point.
Strider pushing out along an arm.
Ooh, that was a miss. And now Jack is getting shot at, and he got headshotted. I can't tell if Falcon stole the sniper. I hear the sniper going off. I just don't know who took it. Okay, Az took it. That's why. He could pen into that and actually kill the driver and gunner. But yeah, this squad is mostly fucked up because, again, it's one squad. And all of the other groups got wiped. And I'm not sure if that Vic is out of ammo, though. I think it's out of AT. It only has HE left. Because they've used it on the compounds.
Well, there's old shit that dies hard.
I'll mouse and mark the map, but might be better to respawn at this stage.
Yeah, yeah, go for ground.
The 3 towers are down. What should we do next?
The SPG team got pushed because we...
Sorry, say that again?
All 3 radio towers are destroyed. What's next objective?
One second.
What did they expect?
This Alpha, need to reinsert vehicle at base, got 10 plus. Alright.
Everyone in the flatbed unless you're just through Charlie.
Okay. Send in GOAT Team 6 now.
God fucking damn it.
When you can, get the flatbed loaded up.
Send in GOAT Team 6.
Willow, thanks for the 5 gift subs. I'm just astonished that that just happened. And I don't know what else to say. Oh, this one drove up and got fucked too. They need to rally and push back as a unified group, because this is just, I don't even know how to say it anymore.
Send in GOAT Team 6.
Amazing.
Now.
I'm gonna have the tank fuck off.
Ground, Charlie. Ground 2 IC, are you there?
Yeah, sorry, ground respawn.
I think Calum's done. But I'm not ashamed of what's happened. I'm just impressed that all of this has happened. Like, at this point, coordination has completely dissolved. And this is what it is now. Like, holy crap. You know? It wasn't a tank that blew up that Vic that drove right in front of it. It was a grenade and AI threw that blew up your truck. Because you drove up in front of 4 dudes with guns, and they actually, because of AI, it took them a second. Once you started dismounting, they started mag dumping you. So, because I'm walking around in circles. Well, I mean, if you're gonna waste the Vix and just charge right in front of a tank, I mean, sucks. Shouldn't have done that.
Am I gonna get banned?
What? What is going on?
No, just a minute. Oh. Well, I'm not a fucking
I mean, if they came in here and stole some of these Vics, they could then use them, but Jesus.
Archery's still on the field, so I'm gonna go hoof it on foot.
We still have this Vic over here.
So what choice do you have, guys? Come on, let's go.
Yep, they got that Vic coming back. Just... This just completely dissolved.
Don't we have like a... Sorry, don't we have like a dedicated Vincent driver?
Yeah, he took us way back. Yeah, he can only take like one squad at a time, and both squads died pretty much simultaneously.
Yeah, no, I agree, Caleb. I'm not surprised that you left, because... We'll go down the list. All right. One squad drove over their own mine and died. One squad got AT'd by their own AT guy and died. One squad just drove right in front of an enemy tank, didn't die to the tank there, they died to a guy throwing a grenade, and this machine gunner just murdered them all. And then one squad lost their Vic up here because they drove past a ridge where there's enemies behind, and they got hit by, I actually don't know, either AT or an autocannon. This isn't a hard AO, it's just people started dying in entire squadfuls because they were being stupid, and now there's no coordination, everyone's getting killed. So, shrug. I think the Leopard might have actually... It would have been right here. So it might have sniped that Vic, but I doubt, I didn't hear it fire, so I don't know. People being people. I think it killed the one AT guy that survived, but... Yeah, right, Caleb? I mean... There's a reason I also layered all of these crash barriers behind the walls, because I wanted to make this a little tougher than just, you know, a quick charge in, but they literally charge into a fortified entrance, like... Jesus. But Medic Fox, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. I love this guy, though. He's a glitched out empty unit, so I don't know who he is. And I have Sam charging in up here with the AT Vic. What? They still have about 15 minutes before I start sending QRF, and then the one FIA surprise I'm not going to do till they actually start breaching this compound, but... My God. Yeah, people have been here for 2 to 3 years. It's because no one takes public ops seriously, and they're gonna pay for it. Yeah, they got the third tower because the AT Vic took it out, which was one of the smarter things to do. So I will say, the one thing that's the crutch now is the reinsert driver actually is going to be doing a lot of what he's supposed to be doing today. I'm just going to kill these two guys off because they've been just forgotten about, unfortunately. The Ron private army. Yeah, right? Alright, we're starting to get them to breach in. Autocannon just engaged this Vic. I hired them from Craigslist. Oh, guys, you can't say that publicly. Nice. It wasn't the SPG-9, it would have been a thunk sound. I can't tell. No, they were shot at from the left here. Probably suppression from up there.
The back of the van and killed everybody.
Oh, apparently it was an AT mine on the van instead of the truck. Interestingly enough.
Try and be aware if I got 4 times more since I wanted to wear.
Alright, well, I mean, they're technically in, even though I wish they were a little more in, but it's fine. This is going to turn into the AO is going to play itself, and you know what? That's okay. Whatever. Surprise, surprise.
I got fucked with my leftover. Why am I jumping?
I think what's the only thing I've RC'd? It was that AT guy to put rounds into that Gorgon, right? And to shoot the SPG-9 bit because the infantry was right next to it. Did I RC anything else? Other than tech things like moving this guy around because I wanted him to specifically go somewhere. That's it, right? And then some vehicles to drive around.
Alpha's trying to extra 4 times Moras.
Yeah, so things like pulling the tank back. Usually when I talk about RC, I try to bring up everything where I like maliciously like shot at the players or killed someone. Things for like moving AI or, you know, driving a tank back, I talk that up as tech stuff.
Friendly Moras inside the compound.
Yeah, 13 minutes, I'm gonna start bringing QRF in.
Stuff right now.
I think they're gonna still technically succeed, but it's gonna just come down to the wire. But holy crap, this was an interesting one. Just one of those examples of how things can just fail
Grind, this is Alpha. Apparently the Moras don't
such a large way.
Sorry.
Fight through too fast.
Fuck. Ground, this is high. I'll move them outside the warehouse. That's an oversight on my end. I apologize.
Ah, no worries. You're good.
Sorry, that thing just turned its engine on after the guy got out, so I got like really confused. I was supposed to test that before I did this mission, I forgot. So now I'm a little worried about the Gorgons. I feel like the Gorgons should fit, though. Yes.
Most warehouse had 4 times Moras. We're extracting second warehouse had Gorgons. Don't know about the third or fourth ones. Be advised,
Fuck
Moras
me.
have ammo.
Go.
Of course I make a tech mistake.
Insert driver, can you please be back at base and get ready to pick up Alpha, because we're going to be back with all you six.
Haircut too tall, yep.
I'll send the driver back.
Also, for the love of God, please don't drive over the AT mines.
Please don't. Come on, someone's already done it. Just don't. No more. I yield to the fact you're all goobers today.
This is 2IC. Be advised, on the west side of the storage facility, there's a mini Gorgon.
Cool. Nick it.
I should have put the Nixes in there. They would fit, and then the Gorgons and Moras on the outside. Oh well. That's a smoke, Luigi. Jeez, Luft is just not having a good time with his connection. This is the vanilla stuff, so I think there's something wrong with his core game. Yeah, Holy just got walked up on by the smoke.
Be advised, enemy APC marked on the map, still active.
I did tell him in brief there would be one surprise. So I guess that didn't get taken to heart. There's also a reason I gave him a lot of civilian stuff to wear in the arsenal.
Charlie to Alpha or Bravo, whoever's in the vehicle depot.
You want to turn around? I'm just gonna bring him back. Gotta do it this way because he was placed in editor. I'm just gonna cut through and go back to the military base. Bumper cars.
Any more Vics from Alpha coming back once past this one?
Defend only.
Yeah, no. The reason for driving me back, it's literally because we're low on time as. That's the only reason we're setting us back in now. Yeah.
I mean, time just means QRF's gonna start. I mean, they're gonna have more time because they mined the routes. That'll buy them another 5 to 10 minutes, but ay. How I survived that long is a mystery.
They look exactly like most of them.
Brian, I think we probably have enough time for maybe one, maybe two more Vic runs, and I might just think about disengaging, because we've got a good amount of vehicles.
Yep, sounds like a plan.
Trying to see what they're doing here. They're deploying another group. Ground, this is high. Message over.
Go for ground.
You can call to me when to end X. Over.
Ground to all squads, how do you feel about one more vehicle run?
Alpha would agree, we've already got a bunch of Moors and Gorgons. One more run, we should have a bunch of Striders and a few other things. No need to overextend.
They stole the fucking tank. Its gun is disabled, but they stole the fucking tank. That's pretty funny. Alright, I'm gonna start organizing QRF.
One more run or nah?
Are we feeling up for another run, or are we not? I am.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright, I'll wait. Charlie?
Dumbass, no one can shoot at me and accidentally, right?
Alright. I assume player fatigue is pretty high right now because of...
guys don't have an opinion on the matter, so I guess keep going. Or up to your discretion.
all of the gooberism that's happened.
Yeah, you know what, Liru, call it.
Roger, index will happen when all forces have been pulled out of the AO. Over.
Be advised, friendly MBT coming back to base. Friendly MBT.
Yeah, we're going.
Kane just got blasted. 3 minutes and then I'll send the trucks in. Some will get blown up by mines, some won't.
You reckon?
AF actually don't have any attack helos. They have the that little gunship Wildcat, but
Good copy, we'll go off. This is the warehouse from the last of the Vics.
we'll see how things go.
It's already, he did say 1 hour mark.
Yeah, it's gonna be over very soon.
So yeah, the op's in another hour and a half, so we're definitely gonna have a break in between, so I'll probably do some chores.
Gonna take like half an hour to like,
halfway point. Yeah, base is clear. They're gonna basically just get a bunch of free shit. Another
More like you're grounded.
3 minutes.
The next stop.
I'd send them a little early, but timing is actually pretty crucial here. So, see how things go.
Normally, probably should be retreating. Yeah,
Yeah, they should.
But yeah, but comms fell apart because 2 of the squads got blown up by player error, and it just did not recover from there, unfortunately. Hey, Platts, you're a nerd. Sorry that there's new VTubers encroaching on your turf in Arma 3, lol. I knew they were coming, eventually. If you keep popularizing something even locally, the VTubers will come. It's just how it works. I'm gonna send this back up, just to recon things out now that the base is secure. If it even wants to go.
I completely forgot all the Australians.
There we go. Well, yeah, but that's CSAT. This is the AAF. There's no CSAT in this AO. You are the original, you'll maintain dominance? Yeah. Hope you can, buddy.
Are you fucking real?
We almost had the tank. It's not the first creative driving event this off.
I love you guys. Like, you guys are awesome, but what the fuck?
Yeah.
Ground to high.
Down, you fuck.
You go into the ocean, man.
What's wrong with the tank?
In the water.
Tow it out.
I'll probably come back to respawn.
Hey, Liru.
Yeah.
We anger the Arma gods because I think one of my guys is just like a twisted mess floating about 3 years old.
Yeah, he'll have to respawn because I'm not gonna touch that. Something that cursed clearly is something that is beyond my comprehension, and therefore that's ruin his power bullshit.
Never mind.
Fair enough. But other than that, anyway, we can get like a tow truck over here.
Over here is a very broad term. I think we're going to need more than a tow truck to get that thing out of the water.
Well, you know what? I have hopes and dreams.
I can call an exorcist for you.
That'll do. Where the fuck is Sam? I gotta go slap this dude across the face.
You want to make it quick? You want me to make it quick and give you a quick double tap?
You want me to make it quip? I can...
And I live.
Do other squads want to tell their drivers to stop driving right up to the water's edge? Because I think that might be part of the issue.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Anyone see that floating body in the middle of the water?
Yes, that is where the sunken tank lies. If you touch it, we're all gonna fucking die.
Oh, wow. Yeah, whoever drove that must be a really bad driver. You do not recognize the bodies in the river.
Oh my fucking god! No!
It
No!
would also be nice if our Gorgons had wheels.
God fucking damn it, not that meme.
Where are you?
God damn it, I didn't think we'd ever run into something like that in Arma 3, but nope, there you go. There you fucking go. Have those trucks started driving yet? Okay, we'll see if they run into any minefields, just so I can see for the record if it was
Just watching every
effective.
consecutive vehicle that arrives get closer and closer to the water's edge, and thinking to myself, what if they did not do that?
Ground all squads, where the fuck is Sam?
Where the fuck's that driver?
Sam's... good question. I'm looking at Sam right now.
Yep. Click that button and then...
You're both the same vehicle. How are you... Where are you going? What?
Is Alpha pulling out now with 3 times transport trucks?
I've got my vengeance.
What do you mean you got your vengeance?
Sweet.
This was on you. Who's that contact? Is it just everybody directly in my group or everyone?
Anyone who's also on 70.
So that's all of us.
Yeah. Everyone in Bravo, yeah. Alpha and Charlie had different radios.
Alright. Awesome.
Now I'm gonna sit back in base. Let me know.
Cool.
Usually, people rely on radio and just proximity chat, like what we're using right now.
Fred!
Text chat if they want to talk with Zeus about something and they're not nearby, or if they're like downed and have a problem with something.
Grind, what the hell's happening over there?
I think I just got 20 mils to the face by Fred. Hey, how's the index going?
Where'd he go? Oh, he got shot by AAF. Cool.
Yep.
All forces, this is high. Be advised, all forces are either evac or are dead. Stand by for index.
So yeah, if you're an engineer, you can use toolkits. If you're a medic, you can use medkits. When we're using ACE, medics are usually the only ones that can personal aid kits or give blood. If there's like, you got a bandage, give blood, use a personal aid kit, like all kinds of stuff. In the normal med kit.
Wow, no gunshots?
Yeah.
You already killed each other enough.
Bodies in the water, boys. You do not recognize the bodies in the water.
First of all, I want TV, you bastard.
All right. You were out of the AO, and that's what mattered. So, let me. I haven't seen something fuck up that hard in a while. You still did the objective, still did well. And then you shot yourselves in the foot multiple times. Okay. You deployed your forces, did a triple split. Risky, but you did it so you could deploy mines and attack the 3 objectives at once. You disabled all 3 radio towers. 2 in the form of charges, 1 in the form of the AT vehicle. That bought you all of the time, 40 minutes, to assault that compound. Then shit hit the fan. One of your squads came under contact, freaked out, turned around, and drove back into the minefield just planted and killed itself. The other, I don't know if it was Sam driving up and blowing you up with your own AT Vic, or someone said that someone put an AT mine on the foot of one of your Vics or something, and you drove over it and blew up. I don't know. I don't care. Just, it wasn't malicious, right? It was just someone being stupid.
No idea.
Amazing. Well, I'll just review the footage and see what I can find out. If anyone has any POV from that, I'd like to review it, just for the sake of it. And then no one ever really regrouped. Comms became hectic, if any. Actually, no, hectic isn't the right word. It just became sorely lacking. I watched one squad then charge into the AO, deploy in front of a tank, and that went as well as it could have. Everyone died. Ironically, to a grenade, not a tank. Another squad just drove up, exposed its vehicle on the top of a ridge, and the vehicle got tapped immediately.
I think that was my fault.
The only malicious RCing I did today, other than the RCing I do for, like, you know, fixing AI placement and shit, was I fired 2 rockets into the gun platform of a Gorgon on one of the radio tower positions to deny you from getting in it, but even then the gun was disabled, so it wouldn't have been usable anyway. And I think that was it. I was gonna fucking Bavarian Viking. No, I was gonna take a Viper and shoot him in the face, but QRF came and killed him anyway, so. Yeah, the minefields at least did stop the QRF in multiple directions, and some of you might have heard those explosives going off, so that was good. It would have bought you more time. And then the one surprise that I mentioned there would be was when you guys started going to the compound, a bunch of FIA came out of Charkia that were hostile to your section of FIA trying to achieve the same objective.
I was so happy he was going to say that the twist was the fucking MPT driving into the water.
Yeah, the tank, yeah. I don't know what happened there. I just looked back, and Underscore's body's floating in the water, and my chat started making SCP jokes, so I just rolled with it, and I'm like, fuck it. Yeah, cool. Oh,
All I saw was a tank approaching at light speed.
other malicious thing I did was the SPG-9 Vic drove right up to an enemy, and I just RC'd the enemy, pulled my handgun out, and just laughed at you, and then shot your driver, and then missed all my pistol shots on the gunner, and then he got out and like tapped my face. But yeah, yeah. You were your own biggest enemy in this AO, to be perfectly honest. I know people don't take public ops seriously, but I mean, Jesus, guys. I'm not gonna be mad though. That was content. Anyway, ground, go. Fuck. Like,
I'd like to apologize on the behalf
Jesus.
Of, myself for the really shitty plan. But you know what? At the start, it was seeming like it was gonna go okay. A little bit rocky, whatever. And then we all got fucked by a starter with a gun on it. Charlie just died.
Charlie just died.
Murdered a squad, and from there it kind of fell to pieces. And then things happened. We actually got the objective done, so I'm proud of that. And then at the end there was just like morals flew out the window. A tank got shot into the water. Fred was scratching himself and tapped me with the gun of a Gorgon. Fucking.
I take full responsibility for that.
Yeah, so I just exploded. But all in all, we did it. Huzzah. And underscore is now haunted for the rest of eternity. Alpha?
For one thing I want to apologize for in Alpha. Sorry to the people in Alpha with that first hour of the demo charge. I am so used to those walls blocking all explosives, I did not think it would go through it. That is my bad. Yes, that was completely my bad, and I take full responsibility for that. Rest of it, Alpha assessed the situation, moved as needed, worked well. Thank you, Grind, for listening to the things on the fly for feedback, because we assaulting that second tower from that position actually worked really well, because we were able to get it down quickly, and that gave us the 10 minutes, so we didn't boil over into the timer. Yeah, Alpha worked well as a squad, got wiped once because of man hiding in a bush on a road. It happens sometimes, but no real complaints. Go ahead, Bravo.
Actually, we did do the embodiment of the Panther at the Lake meme.
Yes. Yeah, it was okay. It all worked out as.
Bravo, the first time it was good. After we got murdered by the first guy, I don't know which was. The second attempt wasn't that bad because after that we got fucked and we got lost everywhere. And for me, for the first time as a squad lead, could be better. And that's for me, Charlie.
Charlie did very well for the first half of the op when we were laying the mines. And then when we took contact after laying the third set of mines and we were going to go help Bravo, we drove back through our minefield in an exercise of creative driving, and we just so happened to drive directly over some of the mines that we had planted. The only other issue we really had was some creative dismounting. Occasionally we would stop to give directions and half the squad would jump out of the vehicle. If I don't say to dismount, it's not time to dismount. And also getting back in the vehicle afterwards could have been a little bit faster. That is it for Charlie.
All right, we'll be back in an hour for Happy Meal time at Kabul McDonald's.
RPG, but you guys are shooting.
Thanks for watching.
Shootings come from that direction.
Cooperate operationally. Rob, thanks for the 15-month resub, my man. Hope to see you in an hour, man. Otherwise, cheers. Have a good one.